find a case about I made a comment called comment on a video called March On, and what I've said on there, well, the topic was about a young teen had committed suicide this month, September 2011, because he's been teased for being gay. I don't want you people to think that I'm cold-hearted. I'm not. But it's coming to a point where I don't know how to put this. Being logical yet showing sympathy, not to the child that committed suicide, but to the family that had to go through it, you know, emotionally and financially. But anyone who would take their life because they're gay, or they don't even have to be gay, if anybody takes their life because of some stupid excuse that they're being bullied on, it's simply pathetic. It's selfish. And anyone who would do that, who would take their own life, and you want me to have sympathy towards them, I'm sorry, I just can't. It's like you asking me to be sympathetic for a murderer. I'm sorry, but if you're going to take somebody's life, even your own, you do not deserve my sympathy. Because life is tough. It isn't easy. It isn't all fine and dandy and beautiful rainbows every day. Life is tough. Shit happens. If you want to take your life because somebody's bullying you to be gay, well, let me tell you something. Grow some fucking balls. I'm a homosexual. I've been teased at school, but you know what? I'm not living my life for those motherfuckers that I already forgot who they are. Because life is far more important to me than what other people have opinions about. I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. I really don't. I'm gay. I lived through it. I am what I am, and I'm goddamn proud of it. And if you do not have the courage to be yourself, and you want to go on and take the easy way out, then by all means do so. Because we don't need any more weak people in this world. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm Hitler or anything, because he's a fucking asshole. So he took his life because there was no way out. He caused a situation. I'm talking about Hitler this time. He caused a situation where he cannot get himself out of, and the only way he knew to get himself out of it is to commit suicide. He was a dumbass. Just like this. I'm sorry for the friends and family that has to go through this. It was selfish on his part, because he wasn't thinking about you. He wasn't thinking about his mom or his dad or whoever actually gave birth to him, who had to suffer the 9 months him being in his mother's stomach. He did not have to go through the pain to create his life, and then to take it like that. He's a pathetic fool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for those people that had to go through there. I'm so sorry. Alright? But the fact is, he took his life because he was weak. There are people out there, oh my God, there are people out there that's saying he deserved to die because he's gay. He just proved those motherfuckers right. Why would I have sympathy for something like that? That's pathetic. And you guys expect me to have sympathy for this teen? No. Now, I would have sympathy for him if he was like Matthew Shepard, alright, who did not take his life, but his life was taken. Alright, this Matthew Shepard, that's a story worth crying over. This is a young man who was killed because he was gay. That's the people we should feel sorry for, because he never had he never had the chance to experience love and the pain of love, and he didn't experience what he died in his early 20s. Never got to be a grown man to experience life. But someone who would take their life, you're no different than somebody who take it. I'm sorry, but that's my stand on the situation. Now, I'm sure in some of my videos I've said that, and I really don't mean to sound so cold-hearted, but since there are so many humans out there in the world, the value of human life is no longer precious. Because for something to be considered precious, it has to be scarce. It has to be rare. And let's face it, being born it's a life or death situation for both the child and the parent, or I should say the mother. So it is a struggle just to be born. I'm sorry. I try not to be too emotional, because when you get emotional, you tend to forget what you're going to say, and all logic just goes out the window. But the truth is, human life is no longer precious, because we're overwhelming the earth. So I don't want to sound cold, because I'm a human being, and I'm also a homosexual. So it's hard to say that I'm not sorry for someone who committed suicide because he was being teased for being gay. That's pathetic. It's just pure pathetic. That's my piece. It gets better. Yes, it gets better. Yes, it gets better. But if you want to go ahead and take your life because you're that weak, then you're a dumbass. That's all I have to say. You're a fucking dumbass. Why would you want to take that road? Grow some balls or grow some titties and be strong. Alright, you're not going to get my sympathy for shit like this. Be strong. What does not kill you make you stronger. But if you're going to kill yourself, you're weak anyway. Love, peace, and happiness to those who are still alive and having to go through all this shit. Not just only being gay, but just being alive. Thank you.